Hi everyone, this is Siris Rivas from Empowwrring Light Language Inc. I've just had this amazing day today. I'm so honored. I get to work with these amazing people all over the world, and today is no exception. I was presenting strategies on working with children who are bilingual in Spanish and English in the schools. So I was speaking with other speech-language pathologists on what they could do, what questions they could ask, what resources they could tap into, and also what they already knew that they hadn't acknowledged that would work with these kids. It was really, really fun. And then it hit me that maybe it would be beneficial to share some of these ideas with other people, because a lot of these strategies will actually be very effective with people who are only managing one language or who are trying to acquire a third language or things like that. There's so many possibilities here. It's really about communicating with more ease in so many different ways and acknowledging some things that you might not have acknowledged before about you and your body. For example, I was speaking with a woman who was stuttering most of her life, and a lot of my family members stutter, and it really resonated with me, her story. She's received speech-language pathology services all of her childhood and still found that in some situations she was still pretty disfluent, that she was still stuttering, and she was making herself so wrong for that. And I asked her a few questions, one of which was, well, what if it wasn't a wrongness? What if it's actually a capacity and a strongness that you haven't acknowledged? Which is a wonderful question that I learned from Access Consciousness. And it kind of blew her away. It surprised me. She really hadn't considered it a capacity. And I was like, what if you're actually going way faster than your body? And what if you could actually communicate with your body in a way where it could catch up to you instead of you having to slow down to the pace that your body's functioning from? What if your body and you are way more aware of things that you haven't really acknowledged yet, that if you would acknowledge it would totally change how you communicate? So that was a really fun little discussion. I'm looking forward to more discussions with her. But then the other examples that I had, I mean, there's so many different ones where we're judging ourselves for our difficulties with expressing ourselves. Even me, I used to stutter when I was public speaking a lot, really severely. It runs in my family, like I mentioned. And well, what else is possible with communication? What would you like to communicate with more ease? Maybe it's in certain situations, maybe it's particularly with certain people in your life that you're having a hard time finding your voice and expressing yourself. If you would like to acquire other languages, that's one of my specialties, is working with culturally and linguistically diverse populations, so that I've actually worked with almost all people of all different backgrounds and languages for them to have more ease with communication. And a lot of that is really identifying and recognizing all of these points of views that we have taken on from other people about what communication looks like and what it is like. There's so many points of views like that after a certain age, it's harder to acquire language. So since your point of view creates your reality, well, it's going to, if you're older and you want to learn a new language, you're going to have it be harder for you. But what if that actually wasn't true? What if you could actually acquire a new language by tapping into different capacities you have? What if it actually could be a lot easier and a lot more fun than you've ever considered? So it could be from fluency and stuttering. It can be related to expressing yourself in certain situations with certain people. What about with certain things? Like, what would you like to communicate with your body a little bit more? I've definitely had a lot of things with my body, and learning the ways in which my body is communicating with me has totally changed my relationship with my body. I would love to share those ideas with you and discuss and see what's lighting you up and what's working for you as well. And so I'm going to be offering a Zoominar coming up, a webinar on Zoom on August 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States. And so I'll mention this information. I'll post about the links and everything for it shortly. You can be on the lookout for that. But I'm really excited to kind of see how much more ease we can create and what else is possible with communication that we haven't actually considered yet. It's really fun to talk about different languages and different cultures and how those points of views can intersect. There's some cultures that have points of views about communication that we can also delve into as well. So if this sounds fun to you, if it lights you up, if it resonates with anything that's going on in your world and with your body, private message me or please join us in the Zoominar. Thanks so much and have a lovely day. Bye.